Arochukwu, sometimes referred to as Arochukwu, is a historic town in Igbo land known for slave trade and one of the southern protectorates captured by the British colonial government. It comprises 19 villages all under the Ezaro. The Ezaro is one of the 8 traditional paramount rulers in the former eastern region of Nigeria and the only one in Abia State whose positions as first-class paramount traditional rulers were entrenched in the 1960 Constitution of Eastern Region of Nigeria, as well as in the 1963 Constitution of Eastern Nigeria when Nigeria became a republic. This most revered traditional stool in history with influence and prestige faces its major challenge and struggle for who is the authentic Ezaro gathers momentum with alleged political interference from the state government. The tussle over succession to the throne of Ezaro, which is hereditary, may have divided the family that has remained united for years. Mazi Godwin Kanu Ide, the currently crowned Ezaro, and Mazi Ebere Kanu Oji, the yet-to-be crowned Ezaro, are both from the same ancestral home. While the former is said to be the legitimate Ezaro accepted by the people according to the customs and traditions of the land, the latter is allegedly said to enjoy the backing of the state government. According to tradition, a person whose father and elder brother are still alive cannot be appointed king, and therefore Mazi Oji, popularly known as Nwamazi, cannot be a king, as his fathers cannot pay obeisance to him, while Mazi Ide, whose father is late, is qualified for the throne. Already, some youths in the community have already staged a protest warning against the position of a new king. Some of them had placards with inscriptions, "Preserve the tradition and custom of Aro. We must preserve our culture and tradition. Say no to patriarchy," among others. The women of the community were also cited at the market square for their monthly meeting, having the same conversation. They insist that the rightful king, His Majesty Mazi Godwin Idekanu Okorioke, who was crowned in October, remains. For the men, there can't be two stools for the Ezaro.
In any crown king, that cap is on Kubuebo. No born of a man or a woman will come and recrown another person.
What happened in Aro, we are not happy because this man, Mazi Godwin Kanide, is the man we know that Aro crown, no any other person.
Aro cannot be dragged and cannot go under election. Traditional and culture thing that if you don't take time, that person will die.
We speak to the Eze Ibomisi, His Royal Highness Eze Dr. Kano Okoro Kano, whose customary duty it is to crown a new Ezaro. He describes the move to coronate a new Ezaro as not just perjury, but a disaster waiting to happen.
It is only Gode Kanide has been crowned as Ezaro. Whatever any other thing you are doing is perjury. Whether somebody is backing them, is perjury.
His Royal Highness Ezokorafo, the tradition and custom of the people cannot be treaded on the altar of a few coins. He insists that it is an abomination for an Onwamazi to ascend the throne of his fathers.
We have what we call the Umamadi. That is the freeborn in that particular area. So when they want to select somebody, the Umamadi of that particular area will just even be around.
We also cite the letters from both factions stopping the reception of the crowned Ezaro and the coronation of a new one, as well as the court injunction to that effect. However, the Abia State Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Arochukwu, says government is not interested in who becomes the Ezaro, but insists that due process must be followed. He maintains that the suspension of Eze Ibomisi, Eze Dr. Koro Kano, is based on flagrant abuse of power. For him, the state government does not recognize any Ezaro until peace is restored and due process followed.
Let the people who are the custodians of the law, by the documents they have submitted to us, go ahead and say, look, Nwamazi, you cannot be Ezaro. Based on the fact that your father is still alive, that's what I understand by that. That this is the person that has to. And if they present him to they now present him to Ezebomisi, then he can go ahead and do the crowning. We will attend in celebration. But there is a crisis. So as we speak, none of them, the police is aware, none of them can go ahead with coronation. As far as we are concerned, there is no Ezara. And as far as we are concerned, Ezebomisi is still under suspension for flouting the laws of His Excellency, this government.
In the main, the state government has set up a panel of inquiry to look into the issues and come up with a recommendation. The people of Arochukwu, Abia State, Eastern Nigeria, want peace. A harmonious resolution of this succession disputes will be critical to sustain the peaceful coexistence among the people of Arochukwu. Nora Okafor, Arise News.